When it comes to AI, the conversation is everything. But let's be real. What happens when that conversation feels, well, totally random, unpredictable? Today, we're going to fix that. We're going to shift from just guessing to knowing and really transform how you talk to AI to the art of iteration.
Okay, does this sound familiar? You write what you think is the perfect prompt, you get this amazing result, and you're thinking, yes, I've cracked it. And then, the next day, a pretty similar prompt gives you something completely useless. It's so frustrating, right? But what if I told you that inconsistency isn't really a bug? It's actually something we can learn to control.
So it's time to stop just, throwing prompts at the wall and hoping something sticks. We're going to build a system, a real process. We're going to turn all that guesswork into an actual science, where every little change is a calculated move, and every result helps us take another step forward.
And the key to this whole scientific approach, it's something called a testing framework. Honestly, this is our secret weapon. It's the tool that's going to let us tame the chaos and start getting consistent, high-quality results from pretty much any AI model out there.
So what is a testing framework, really? Well, think of it like your personal lab notebook for prompt engineering. It's just a simple, super organized way to write down your prompts, track what happens, and actually learn from every single experiment you run.
And here's what that looks like in the real world. This simple table, this is your command center. You've got your prompt version, what you're trying to do, the model, even the temperature setting. But the real magic, the part that matters, is right here in these output quality and notes columns. See version 1.0? The notes say the output was too formal? Boom. That's our first clue. Our first breadcrumb on the path to making this thing perfect.
Okay, so you've got your framework set up. Now what? Well, it's time to put it to work. And we're going to use a technique that's been proven to work in, everything from marketing to software design. A/B testing. We're going to systematically figure out what works and, just as importantly, what doesn't.
Now, this is where it gets really cool. On the left, we've got our original prompt, version 1.0. Just generate a blog post. Kind of vague, right? But on the right, version 1.1 has one tiny change. We added with a professional yet approachable tone. That's the whole point of A/B testing. We're changing just one single thing to see exactly how it impacts the final result. This is science in action right here.
And specifying the tone? Oh, that's just the beginning. You can test everything. I mean it. Try giving it different sets of examples. Phrase your instructions in totally new ways. Tweak that temperature setting to see if you get more or less creativity. You can even ask for the output in a completely different format. Each one of these is like a little lever you can pull or a dial you can turn to perfectly fine-tune your results.
But here's the thing, testing is only half the battle. You can run all the experiments in the world, but if you can't actually measure the results, you're still just guessing. And that's where the quality scorecard comes in. This is how we're going to measure success.
This scorecard is your best friend for staying objective. You just ask yourself a few simple questions. Was the information accurate? Check. Was the output actually relevant to my request? Check. Did it give me everything I asked for? Was it complete? Check. Did it nail the style I wanted? Check. And finally, was it in the right format? Check. See, by scoring each output against these 5 points, you turn a vague gut feeling into cold, hard data.
And all of this brings us to the final and I think most powerful piece of the puzzle. We are going to close the circuit. This isn't just about scoring your results. It's about feeding what you learned back into your next prompt. You're creating this amazing cycle of constant improvement. So, let's jump back to our testing framework for a sec. Remember version 1.0, the one that was too formal? Well, look now. Here's version 1.1. With that simple little tweak to the tone, the output quality is now marked as better, and the notes tell us exactly why. Added tone guidance. This right here is the power of the process. You're not just getting better results, you're building a library of what works, a roadmap to success for version 1.2, 1.3, and beyond. So what's the big takeaway from all this? It really boils down to this simple 3-word mantra. Test, evaluate, iterate. That's it. That is the engine of high-performance prompt engineering. This is how you win.
Look, this system isn't just about getting slightly better results. It's about you taking control. It's about turning the mystery of AI into a craft that you can master. It's a scalable, repeatable process for getting exactly what you want every single time. So really, the only question left is, what will you optimize next?